Do you ever ask yourself why you even bother trying to be a good person? Like, what if you just didn't care anymore? Like, you just told everyone to fuck off? Because I feel like now I understand why good people turn into something they swore they never would be. And for me, I had a situation at work that just broke me a little. What happened was I was talking to my coworkers and I accidentally tipped over someone's coffee and it spilled over his laptop. He went to see if he could get it fixed, but he couldn't because it's coffee, causes corrosion, and you don't know when that shit would stop working. So he wanted me to pay, which I completely understood. But you know what he asked me to get him? He asked me to get him a fucking brand new M4 laptop when all he had was an M1 from 2020. Like, bro's just trying to scam me and make the most out of this shit and take advantage of me. And I got so fucking pissed. But, I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman. So I tried to keep calm. But the thing was, it was so hard to. Because every solution I tried coming up with, he wouldn't accept. Every time I said, what about this? What if I got you a refurbished one? The same thing as yours. No, I can't get Apple Care on that. What if I did this? What if I added $100 onto this? Nope, I wouldn't take it. At first, I offered him to pay $700 and he didn't want it. He didn't fucking want it. And I just, I don't know what do you even do with people like that? It's hard. And I guess I was just unlucky that it was his laptop that I fucked up, you know? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When all of this was settled, you guys are gonna maybe laugh at me because just wait. Okay. So, after everything was settled, I went to a separate room and my boss came in to check up on me. He asked if I was okay, and I replied, I'm okay, but you don't have to check up on me. Trying to act all tough and shit. But he then followed up with, he said, it's okay, talk to me. And that's when it started. I opened up to him and I said, I know I'm the one that made the mistake and I should pay for it. I get all of that. But every time I try to come up with a solution, when I tried to make things work, he wouldn't budge. He wouldn't compromise. He would just come up with more problems, and I didn't know what to do. It was just hard to deal with because here I am trying to make up for my mistake, but he he doesn't care about my feelings. All he cares about is I broke it, I need to pay up for it. And as I started talking, tears just started coming out. All this pent up frustration, sadness. And finally, he said, man to man, life isn't fair. And as men, it's a little more unfair. He didn't say that. He just said, for us men, it's unfair, but we just have to deal with it. Not trying to be sexist or anything. He just said it's unfair for us, but we deal with it and life goes on. I knew that. I knew life is unfair, shit happens, and you can't control it, which was why I tried to control my reaction. I tried to remain calm. I didn't want this guy, his bad attitude, to get to me, which was why I tried to put up with him. But when my boss came to me and he said, "It's okay, you can talk to me," I let all of that frustration out, all those tears, and it was just hard. You're gonna think, "Wes, seriously? You're crying over a goddamn laptop?" But the thing is, it wasn't about the laptop. It wasn't about the money either. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. It was about the fact that I kept trying. But no matter how much I tried, it just didn't fucking matter. Because he didn't care. All he cared about was, you broke my laptop, so you need to fucking fix it. And that just broke me. It questioned who I was. Why am I trying to be good even though I don't have to be? Even when I can just tell this guy to fuck off. I don't care. I'm not paying for a Mac. I'm not getting you shit. That's your problem. Why don't I just do that? And after I went to the bathroom, that's when my thoughts started spiraling. I thought to myself, this is what turns good people bad. This is the turning point for all these other people who don't give a fuck, who've turned cold. You know, this is what turns average people into a fucking villain. That was my thought. Like, I should just become a villain. And honestly, I don't know why I'm not. My friends tell me the same thing. My coworkers were telling me the same thing. Wes, you don't have to do this. Just tell him to fuck off. You don't owe him shit. Yeah, part of me didn't want to pay a single dime for that laptop because of his fucking attitude. But you know what? That's just not me. But the question is why? Why can't I just say no? Despite all the reasons I have to not pay for it, why do I still try to do the right thing? And you guys might be in a similar situation. Whether it's a betrayal, a breakup, an accident, a death of a loved one, you ask yourself, why do I try to be good? Why do I try to do the right thing when the world just gives me the reasons not to? I tried thinking about it, but I couldn't because I was just so consumed with the anger and frustration. I couldn't think straight. You know, I try my best to be good. I try my best to do the right thing always. But in the face of this, none of that shit matters. Doesn't matter how you feel, doesn't matter what you think, who you are as a person. He just didn't care about me, my feelings, and that's just reality. That no matter what you do, how much you try, life happens and it's unfair. I knew that, but I couldn't just wrap that shit around in my head. And that was the reason why I was just crying for so long. Because I knew it. I knew the fact, but part of me just couldn't accept it. Now I'm going home and I'm trying to think of why. And do you know who I went to? I went to ChatGPT because That shit's my, what do you call it? Therapist now. Yeah. Excuse me. But back to what I was saying. I had a conversation and I told it what happened, but I didn't understand why I am this way. Like, what's the reason for it? And ultimately, I came up with the conclusion that that's just who I am. But you didn't stay all this time just to hear, yeah, that's just who I am. End of story. So let me give you a few reasons that ChatGPT came up with, and they're pretty good because I don't think I could have come up with it myself. So the first reason is it's how I see myself in the world. Like, maybe I feel things deeply. Maybe I've seen enough of what it feels like to be misunderstood, overlooked, or hurt. And I've decided, even unconsciously, I won't be the reason someone feels that way. Not out of obligation, not for validation, just because something in me won't let me be otherwise. Like, bro, okay, I don't even know. Two, it's about empathy. Maybe I'm hyper aware of other people's emotions. Maybe I know how it is. Maybe I know how it feels to sit in silence, wishing someone would just care a little. And so I show up for others, not because I'm trying to fix anything, just because I don't want them to feel alone. But then what? What about me? What if I feel alone in that effort? When the person on the other side won't even meet me with basic decency. That's when the spiral starts. Like, bro, I'm left speechless, and I'm like, this shit knows me better than I know myself. It's crazy. And three, it's about control. Not in a manipulative way, but in this quiet truth that I can't control how others respond, but I can control how I show up. And maybe that matters to me more than anything. Knowing that no matter how the world spins, I'm rooted in something solid. That something is who I am. And all of these reasons are good reasons. And they are why I try to be good. It's about empathy. It's about not wanting others to feel not cared for. It's about controlling my thoughts, how I react in a world that might be unfair at times, that just happens, things that are out of my control. And the only thing that I can control is how I react. So I try to be good, the best that I can be. But I eventually said, yes, I agree. But I feel like the ultimate reason is that now it's so ingrained into me. I've been this way for so long that it's second nature. And that's just who I am. I can't do anything about it. The second something bad happens, my first instinct is, how can I make this better? How can I fix this? What can I do to help? And maybe that's not the best. It can be toxic sometimes to myself. But I feel like the only way to deal with it, to fix it, not fix it, but to live with it, is to know when to stop. To know when to I can't find the word that I'm looking for. To know my boundaries. When to stop. Yes, literally. Because I feel like I don't feel like I know this, that I'm a fixer and I try to fix things and I try to do good, help others, do the right thing. That's who I am. And I feel like that's why this moment hit so hard. Not because someone pushed back, that they didn't give me the same empathy, they didn't reciprocate my feelings, but I feel like it's because it made me question something that I never thought I had to question before. Yeah, maybe I thought, why do I give a fuck about this person after a breakup? But I never asked myself, is it worth it? Is it worth it to always try to be good, to try to do the right thing? Because in a breakup, well, when I got broken up with twice, I never thought if it was worth it or not. I was always consumed with my emotions and I wanted them back. I tried to get them back, but it never ended up working out. And so this time, since I really didn't know the person, I didn't really care about him. That's why that question came to mind. Is it worth it trying to be good, Wes? And it's like he was holding up a mirror. Is it worth it? I'm not reciprocating your feelings, your empathy, but what are you gonna do? Are you still gonna be good? And that's a difficult question to have to answer. Because even if it hurts to be that person, to be the person who tries to do the right thing, to be kind, to do good, what does it even mean not to be that kind of person? What does it mean to be someone who doesn't give a fuck? Who just tells everyone to fuck off? You got me? Because this is how I've been my whole life, basically. I've been taught to be kind to others, to be good, but also, for me, I feel that it's the right thing to do, no matter what, to be good. Like I said, it's second nature for me. So I don't think it's about the why. Why am I this way? I feel like what matters more is that I'm just this way. And that's something that's real. And it's what keeps me anchored. Even when it doesn't work out in my favor, even if it hurts, even when I'm frustrated and I leave the room crying, even then, I still know who I am. And that's what keeps me anchored. The single fact that no matter what happens, this is who I am, and it's what keeps me going. So if this is you right now, and you're asking yourself why you even care, why you try to do the right thing. Oh, excuse me. Fuck. I'm trying to be like motivational here and I'm burping. But, or why you try to be good, just know that you're not alone. But that's just how life is. Life isn't fair sometimes. No matter how good of a person you are, shit still happens. And there's nothing you can really do about it except how you react. But the fact that you're still trying to be good, trying to do the right thing, that you still care, that's real. And that's what keeps you anchored. And take pride in that, because I'm taking pride in myself for that. And it's keeping me grounded. And I know who I am because of that fact. Doesn't matter what the fuck's going outside in the world, what's going on around me. No matter what happens, this is who I am. And that's strong, you know? So don't lose sight of that. And that's all for this video. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.